clothing, coming straight out of Baltimore and that DMV. You know what it is. This that Baltimore designer right here. Come on, shop with us and show some love. This is what we got going on for y'all right now. We got the end of the summer sale going on right now. We got shorts for sale for $10. Come on through and shop with us at 215 West Saratoga Street, Baltimore, Maryland. And if you can't come and shop with us in person, shop with us online right now at coolgreenclothing.com. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way, and that's just basic.
What's up, fam? It's your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another video. In this episode of the Baltimore Way, I'll be talking about the tragic slaying of a mother and son in Baltimore County after an argument with a man she was in a relationship with. Before we get into this video, welcome if you're new here to our channel, and welcome back to all of our subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so and join the Tony 2 Times family. Go ahead and click that notification bell to get notified every time we upload. And if you're rocking with the content, don't forget to hit that like button. Be sure to share this video. Make sure you watch until the end to hear my full commentary. All right, let's jump right into it. I often speak about hate, rage, and anger, and the dark road that it can lead you down, whether you're male or female. It's emotions that can manifest itself into a sickness or mental illness, which in some cases can manifest in the loss of a life, whether it's your own life or someone else's. Everyone I see on the internet or sometimes in person seems to be on an ego trip. If hate, rage, and anger goes unchecked, it can spread like a virus. We can see that happening in the world today every time we watch the news or scroll through our social media feed. And even within our own families and friends, or even within ourselves. There has always been calamity in the world, but it seems like in the past 3 years, people have gotten worse and to some sense out of control. In 2021, according to the FBI's estimated 2021 homicide data, homicides were up nearly 40% since before the C-19 situation. These types of crimes increased to 5% higher than the national average at the time. And in Baltimore County, Maryland, most residents believed they saw an influx in these type of crimes in 2021. Although county officials may say otherwise based on the county's data that say they saw a decrease. Anyway, in my opinion, fatal crimes seem to be intensifying in many places, especially in domestic situations. On Wednesday, March 31st, 2021, Baltimore County Police were called to the 5500 block of Lanham Way in Rosedale, a Baltimore suburb, for a report of shots fired at around 11 p.m. When officers got to the scene, they found 42-year-old Antoine Clark at the driver's side of a car. Inside that car was 42-year-old Naitia Falls and her 19-year-old son, Grantley Herbert. Both had been shot. There was also an 8-year-old girl in the car who was also hit. All three were rushed to the hospital. Fortunately, the 8-year-old, who was Naitia's niece, was not fatally injured and would recover from her wounds. But as for Naitia and her son Grantley, they were pronounced gone at Franklin Square Hospital. Both had been hit multiple times in the upper body. The tragic situation stunned the surrounding community. Residents said that their neighborhood was usually safe, and this type of incident rarely happened. Subsequent investigation revealed that Naitia was in a relationship with Antoine. In charging documents filed, a witness told police that Nitia and Antoine had been arguing that evening. The witness, who was later identified as Natia's 13-year-old nephew, Nitia, her son Grantley, and her 8-year-old niece went out to dinner. The witness said that Antoine kept calling Nitia. Nitia kept telling him he needed to leave her house, according to the report. When they all returned to the house from dinner, the witness went inside to use the bathroom. He heard Antoine and Grantley arguing, followed by the sound of gunshots and glass breaking. Antoine had pulled out a weapon and fired at Grantley. Grantley ran outside back to the car where his family was. Antoine kept firing into the car where Nitia, Grantley, and the little girl were inside. Grantley was hit twice more, trying to protect his little cousin when she was hit in the leg. Nitia was hit 5 times. The witness then went outside the home and found Nitia, Grantley, and the little girl inside the car. The witness then grabbed the girl, who was screaming in the backseat of the car, and hid behind a car nearby and called 911. In the 911 recording, Antoine can be heard telling Nitia that she had been playing with him. Antoine can also be heard saying, "You ain't gone yet? I shot you. You ain't gone yet? And I ended my girl's life." The charging documents say that the 911 operator ended the call once officers got to the scene. Investigators recovered a weapon from inside the house and found blood and bullet holes near the front of the door. Antoine was taken into custody and charged with 2 counts of first-degree hit and was held without bail at the Baltimore County Detention Center. Nitia and Grantley, affectionately known as Naughty and Grant, were loved by many and are greatly missed. The slayings were undeserved. The trauma her niece and nephew had to endure is absolutely heartbreaking. This all happened because of a man who could not control his anger. His rage and hate, propelled by his ego, caused him to take lives he didn't give life to. Antoine recently went to trial. Natia's 8-year-old niece testified at the trial, having to relive the terrible tragedy. Antoine was convicted of 2 counts of premeditated hit, among other charges and firearm violations. At the time of this recording, Antoine's sentencing has not yet been scheduled. He faces up to life in prison without the possibility of parole. May Natia's and Grantley's souls continue to rest peacefully. My deepest condolences and well wishes go out to their family. I hope that they got the justice Nitia, Grantley, her niece, and nephew deserves. I know the verdict won't bring them back or change what happened that night, but hopefully it has brought some closure. I hope Antoine works on himself and finds a way to get rid of his anger and release his ego. He deserves a punishment that fits the crime. Fam, tell me your thoughts on this in the comments below. Alright fam, that's it for this episode of the Baltimore Way. Thank you so much for watching and making it this far. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 Times, and I'm out.